All right, welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're tackling something pretty wild. We've got this document, and it claims to expose a failed alien invasion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? You ever get that feeling like Earth just barely dodged a cosmic bullet?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, this might be one of those times. This document we've got, it's supposedly from an Earthican clone named John Winebottle.
Okay.
And it lays out this whole plan by the Zorkon Hegemony, that's apparently what they're called, to take over Earth.
The Zorkon Hegemony.
Yeah, and to help us break all this down, we've got an expert with us today. So the Zorkon Hegemony, who exactly are these guys? What do we know about them?
Well, picture this. A massive, truly vast empire across stars, multiple star systems.
Wow.
Armed with tech that's, light years ahead of anything we can even dream of. That's the Zorkon Hegemony.
So like serious players on the galactic stage.
Oh, absolutely. They're notorious for expanding their territory pretty aggressively, taking over planets, absorbing entire civilizations. That's kind of their thing.
And they had their sights set on us.
It seems so, according to Winebottle, at least.
Huh. So what made them think they could, just waltz in and take over? Do they think we'd just roll over?
Well, according to this document, the Zorkons had been watching us for a while, just, observing. And they saw us as, how do I put this delicately?
Go ahead, lay it on us.
They saw a species obsessed with internal conflict, squabbling over everything. Their assessment was, that would be easy pickings.
Kind of embarrassing, right? All our petty squabbles.
Well, that's how they saw it. And they figured our defenses all focused on, threats here on Earth that we wouldn't even notice them coming.
So they thought we'd be sitting ducks.
Basically, yeah. But here's the thing. For a civilization with their level of tech, you'd think their invasion plan would be a little more, sophisticated.
Right, like death rays or something.
Exactly. But no, Winebottle claims their plan was to bombard Earth with asteroids and rocks from the moon.
Rocks. Seriously.
Yeah, I know. It sounds almost primitive, right? But when you think about it, it's actually, it's brutally effective. And from their perspective, incredibly cost efficient.
I guess when you've got faster than light travel, chucking rocks across the galaxy probably isn't that big a deal.
Exactly. But it gets even crazier. They weren't just planning to rain rocks down from afar. Winebottle describes these battle stations.
Battle stations, like in space.
Yeah, fully armed orbital battle stations, 8 of them, positioned strategically around Earth. And get this, they've been in place for over a century.
A century? Wow. They were serious about this, huh?
It seems so. So they had these battle stations, this plan to just pummel us with rocks. But how were they planning on actually, controlling Earth, taking charge?
Right. Did they have, landing parties where little green men going to be marching down Main Street?
It appears their plan was much more subtle, insidious even. Winebottle suggests they were using a massive cloning program.
Cloning?
Yeah. They created these Earthican clones, infiltrators basically, designed to blend in, move through society undetected.
So they could have been anywhere, like anyone we passed on the street.
Exactly. You'd never even know.
Yeah.
Way creepier than little green men, right?
Yeah, no kidding. So we've got these battle stations, clones running around. This is like something straight out of a movie. But what was the point of it all? What did they want with Earth?
Well, it boils down to resources. It turns out Earth is incredibly valuable to them. Minerals, metals, even our atmosphere.
Our atmosphere.
Yes, specifically oxygen. Winebottle describes this plan to essentially strip mine the planet, using machines powered by our own air.
So they wanted to turn Earth into, their own cosmic quarry.
That's pretty much it. Efficient, right?
In a terrifying kind of way, yeah. But hold on, if they had all this in place, why did they go through with it? What stopped them?
That's where things get really interesting. According to Winebottle, the whole invasion was scrubbed for economic reasons.
They couldn't afford to conquer Earth.
Not exactly. It's more like the costs of transporting all those resources back to their empire, even with their advanced tech, it just wasn't worth it.
We were too far away.
That's what Winebottle claims. Too remote. Like finding an amazing deal online, but the shipping costs are astronomical.
So we were saved by interstellar shipping costs.
It seems so. Pretty wild, right?
Yeah, and a little unsettling. But wait, if the invasion was called off, what happened to all those clones and this Winebottle guy? Where does he fit into all of this?
Well, that's where Winebottle's story takes a turn. He was created for this very specific purpose, a purpose that, no longer exists. Imagine being designed for a mission and then, poof, it's gone.
That's got to be rough.
He's stranded here, on a planet he wasn't meant to survive on.
So what happens to him?
Well, that's a question we'll be exploring as we dive deeper into this fascinating document. Makes you think, huh, here's this guy, a clone, built for this huge mission, and then, bam, it's gone. Just like that. What do you even do with that?
Right. Talk about a cosmic rug pull. You're this super soldier bred for infiltration, and then, nope, never mind. What's a clone to do, you know?
Well, he did write this document, right? Spilled the beans on the whole Zorkon plan.
It's like he's saying, hey, Earth, you're welcome, and oh, by the way, there might be copies of me walking around.
Exactly. So that begs the question, why? What's his angle? Was this a warning? Some kind of revenge?
Or maybe, just maybe, he's trying to figure out his own deal, right? Part Earthican, not.
That's the thing. We've got this document, this inside scoop, but there are so many gaps, so many questions.
Like a puzzle with missing pieces. Frustrating, but kind of exciting, too.
Absolutely. And it makes you realize how much we just, cruise through life, oblivious, forces at play, things we don't even see.
Humbles you a bit, doesn't it? These super advanced aliens, they scoped us out, almost pulled the trigger. Makes you appreciate Earth, flaws and all.
No kidding. And then you start thinking, if the Zorkons, with all their tech, were this close, what else is out there? What else might have its eyes on us?
Unsettling thought, for sure. We think we're the center of everything, but what if we're just a blip on some cosmic radar?
Winebottle's story really flips the script on that, doesn't it? Are we alone? Or are there others watching us, interacting in ways we can't even grasp?
Makes you wonder about all those, unexplained things. Conspiracy theories we laugh off. What if there's some truth there, some close calls we never even knew about?
Fascinating, right? Peeking behind the curtain, seeing something amazing and terrifying at the same time, makes you realize how much we don't know. Out the universe, even our own history.
It's funny, right? We're all worried about AI, climate change, politics. Yeah. But aliens almost conquered us because we couldn't agree on pizza toppings. Kind of puts things in perspective.
For sure. Shows the importance of critical thinking, questioning things, being aware of what's out there, even if we can't see it.
So what do we do about it? Giant lasers? Oxygen bunkers? Maybe start cloning ourselves? Just in case.
Maybe not that extreme. But seriously, this should be a wake-up call. More research, new tech, a more unified future. That's what we need.
Like, if we can't even agree on pizza, how are we going to face an alien invasion, right?
Exactly. Maybe this whole thing, this John Winebottle situation, can push us to be better, more aware, appreciate this little planet we've got.
So instead of freaking out about Zorkons coming back, we use this as fuel to be better, more aware, appreciate this little blue planet we call home.
Because who knows, maybe someday those interstellar shipping costs will go down, and we'll have to deal with the Zorkons face to face.
Well, if that happens, I'm learning how to deflect asteroids and stocking up on pizza toppings, just in case. It's kind of wild, right? Our fate hanging on something as basic as, like, space shipping costs. But it makes you wonder, are we really safe? Or is this just a pause?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? And it all comes back to this Winebottle guy, our only Einstein source. How much can we trust what he's saying?
He is a disgruntled clone, right? Maybe he's embellishing things.
Yeah.
Or making stuff up. It's not like we can call the Zorkons for a fact check.
Exactly. Gotta be skeptical here. It's like we've got this mystery, half the clues are missing, and some might be fake anyway.
So, where do we go from here? Fact from fiction. Do we launch an investigation, find those battle stations, track down Winebottle himself?
Maybe a bit much for our deep dive here, but it does show gotta think critically, question everything, don't take things at face value.
So instead of Zorkon panic, we learn to be better thinkers. Not bad, I guess, but it's hard not to think, what if those stations are still out there? What if they're watching us right now, planning their next move?
Can't rule it out, for sure, but instead of letting fear win, we use it. Push for science, new tech, a stronger, more united future. That's how we prepare.
So if we don't want to be some cosmic mind, we got to get our act together, solve our own WN problems, come together as a species, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be ready for whatever's next.
Exactly, because in the grand scheme of things, we're all in this together, right? On this little planet spinning through space. And who knows, maybe someday we'll figure out how to talk to other civilizations. Hopefully ones who aren't into oxygen theft.
Well, I think I'm going to go hug a tree, call my representative about that space budget, and maybe order a pizza. All the toppings. To celebrate our cosmic luck.
Sounds like a plan. And remember, folks, the universe is full of mysteries, full of possibilities. Keep exploring, keep questioning, one deep dive at a time.
Thanks for joining us on this wild ride. Until next time, keep those minds open, eyes on the sky, and remember, sometimes the most valuable thing of all, it's knowledge.